The entrance to the main shaft used to be sealed with a steel door. We know because we found it wadded up on the ground like a piece of paper when we got there. Not a good sign. Digging and scraping noises echo up at us from the tunnels below, mixed with distorted grunts and howls of the cupbearers' creatures. Whatever's down there is busy. Try not to think about being trapped underground with those things as we head down into the darkness. It's us or them, and it sure as hell isn't gonna be us.
Okay, welcome back to this recorded playthrough of Fireteam Zero Mine Assault. We'll get straight back into it. If you haven't seen what happened in the first episode, then go and check that out. But I'm not going to waste time going over a recap now. So we'll get straight into it now. And the first thing we do is we move the first player marker. Now we can move this to anywhere we want because we have the... Which one is it? We have this one, assign point. During the tactics phase, you may choose any hero to be the new start player. I don't think it makes much difference to us at the moment, so we'll actually just move it straight to Frank and make him the new start player. So what we do now is we draw cards. Well, no, tell a lie. What we do is play a tactical response if we wish to do so, and I don't think we do because we only have this one, and that's not going to help us. And we have one from Shad, who move to space, ignoring difficult. Actually, that will help us. Yes. Even though we've got no minions in that position, it will get Shad further on to where he needs to go. So I think we will do that. Will I or won't I? Am I risking too much here? You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play that, even though it actually doesn't help us kill any minions. What it does do is it allows us to move 1 and 2 into here. Gets a head start on getting these spawn tokens revealed. So we've done that, so what we'll do is draw cards now. We can draw 2 cards for Frank. We've got 1, which is a brawl attack, which is not ideal for Frank. And we have a grenade attack, which again is not ideal for Frank because I really wanted bullets. Is there anything that's gonna assist us there to change those cards? No, I don't think there is. It's unfortunate. Okay, and we'll draw 2 cards for Shadlow, who gets a bullet attack. We'll put that there, and he gets a brawl attack, and we'll put that there. So let's get the old tripod down on the board and see what we're going to do. Frank first. I think the idea with Frank is, even though he hasn't managed to get the bullets I required, I'm concerned about this one here, because on the monster phase he will definitely move 1, and his focus will be Frank because Frank has got the initiative. It's 50-50 whether he moves to here, and he's got ranged attack. But I think we just have to do that. I don't want to move Frank out any further this way because Maxine is going to be dragging behind and she's going to end up here on her own. So what we'll do is Frank will stay where he is. This will also give us, because of his focus card, because he hasn't moved, it lets us increase the strength of a bullet attack by 1. So that, coupled with his reduced resistance, may give us a chance of killing this one, but we will see. So Frank's gone, that's done. The next person to go is Shad. So Shad got a head start by moving to there with his tactics card. Now, I think the best thing for Shad is to get over here. So he'll play his, as usual, what is it called? Double time. His double time, which is lets us move an additional 2. So we'll play that, which, oops, I've just dropped the focus card. Let's move that back there. So we'll move that and we'll make him go to here. Unfortunately, that does use an action, so it means he can't flip this token over, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's Shad done and dusted, and we will move to Maxine. Poor old Maxine, she's stuck over here in the corner there. Now, where can she move? Not very far, and she's going to leave herself open to any. I'm sorry, I've just turned on the static cam now. It's working, yes. That's going to basically let her move here one space maximum, because she can't move into the she can't move into the difficult terrain, unfortunately, which is a bit of a bummer. So we're trapped in this position here with this one potentially going to be able to attack us. And I think that is it. There's nothing else we can do. We don't have anything that allows us to move through difficult terrain. So yes, unfortunately, that is it. So, having said that, that's the end of the hero phase. So let's move on to the monster phase. As usual, first thing we do, move the threat track. We're getting perilously close to turning over the first twist. And we move to monster movement and attack. Minions first. So, what have we got? We've got 1 minion here, we've got 1 minion here, and we've got 1 minion here. So let's just try and I think we'll do this one first. So this one will move 1, 2. We'll go over to the dice tray and we'll roll for activation. Let's just move that there. Apologies for that. What will he do? He will do nothing, okay, because that means that's his special ability, which means he can make an attack at range 1, but obviously there's nothing there. So the next one we'll do is this one here. Let's go back to the dice tray again. I think I'll just leave that at the dice tray and just flip between that and the static cam. So we're looking at this one now. And he's going to move 1, 2. And he will move an additional space, which will put him into here with this fella. And finally, 1, 2, roll the dice, and he will do a ranged attack, which is not possible. That moves on to the minions. So we'll do this one first. This one will move 1 space into here. Now, he'll do his activation, and what we don't want to see is extra movement. Oh, sorry, hang on, let's go again. He got extra movement, that's the bummer. Okay, so he gets to move into there. What that means is basically, let's just put the tripod down here so we can see what's happening. What that basically means is he can make an attack now on either Frank or Maxine. We choose, because they're both in the same space. But before that happens, we will try and get Frank to kill that creature. Now, Frank only has 1 bullet, which is this one here. So he's got a +1. Let's go here so we can see what's happening. So we've got a +1 there. We already know he gets so we've got 3 dice +1 automatic hit. So we've got 3 dice to roll. We roll an additional dice because of the he stood still, which is called breath control. So we can roll 4 dice. We roll 4 dice. We could do with some more. Has anybody got anything to help him? Anything? When an ally, no. Play before an ally performs an attack. No. I don't think there's anything. The only thing we can do, because the corrupted animal has got a resistance of 2 against bullets, what we could do is play this one from Maxine. Just be in range 1 of the monster. Play before an ally performs an attack to reduce the target's resistance to 0. So I think Maxine will play that. So basically that creature's got no resistance against bullets. So it means we need to get, you can see, we need to score 6. So we need 6 hits. We've got 3 dice, plus an additional 1, 4 dice. And we've got nothing else that will assist us to give us any other dice. No, we haven't. Just let me have a double check. Play some monster attacks. No. So, okay. So basically we've got 4 dice and the reroll. So let's go to the dice tray and see what happens. So remove this one from here. So we've got 4 dice and we're looking for 6 hits. 1, 2, oh, we got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 hits and we need 1 more hit on the reroll. And we got it, perfect, absolutely perfect. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Happy about that. Let's move that up there. Okay, let's see what's happening. This one is dead. Okay, I'll just discard these cards, one from Frank, one from Maxine. And we'll continue on with monster movement. So let's go back to the dice tray for this one. Sorry about this, I'm still getting the hang of the dice tray thing. So, back to the static cam. This one will move 1. And we'll go the special ability, which basically means it inflicts 1 bonus hit. Well, it can't do anything, so. And this one will move here. Let's see what happens with that. And this one will move an additional space, which again is not going to cause a problem because it's only got range 1 and we're here. And that brings us to the end of the monster movement and attack. We didn't actually manage to get any tokens flipped over, but we didn't take any damage, so that's good. So now we'll go to monster spawn. We only have 1 to spawn, so we'll see where that spawns, and it's going to spawn in 8. And 8 is, 8 is here, which is not great. What to do? Well, that's where we stand now at the end of that round. That was turn 2. And then we'll move on to turn 3 next. So, okay, back in a sec. Welcome back, everyone. And this is turn 3 of my playthrough of Fireteam 0. And we'll just get straight back into the action. Now, first thing we can do is decide where we want to put the first player token. So, this is due to Maxine's ability to allow us to do so. And I think we will, keep the player token, the first player token, as Frank for this, definitely. So we'll keep the first player token with Frank. That's focus ability done. And then we will draw cards. So we draw 1 for Maxine. She draws a bullet attack. And we'll draw 1 for Frank, who's not doing particularly well because we don't want brawl. And he's got a bullet attack. Okay, but not enough bullet attacks for what we want for Frank. Frank really needs a lot of bullet attacks to be useful. So, having said that, we will... I think what we'll do is Frank will first try, I think, and attack this creature here. Will he or won't he? No, I don't think he will. The problem being he's only got 1 bullet attack. That didn't work out very well for us. I think we'll wait and see if this guy gets some additional movement on his turn and ends up in the space with us here. So what we'll do is we'll do a tactical withdrawal. We'll move Frank back into difficult terrain there. Take the 2 specialists with him. And then we won't do anything else. He's not even going to waste his bullets attacking this guy. And then the next person to go is Shad. Shad can use his action to, let's see if you can see this. Oops. Shad will use his action to flip this one over. Okay, let's see. Do we get a altar? Yes, we do. Altar of weakness. Okay, let's have a look at that. Excuse me. Altar of weakness. Inhuman faces bulge from the rock wall. I'm guessing that will be this one here. Inhuman faces bulge from the rock wall, seemingly alive despite the crude nature of the carving. Voices creep into your mind telling you the price of your wish, the altar's destruction. They want part of your mind. Place the Altar of Weakness token in this location. As an action, and hero in this location may destroy it by selecting a tactical response card from their hand or discard pile and removing it from the game. When they do so, place an intel token on the objective. So we can take one from our hand or discard pile, remove it from the game. Okay, as an action. Well, we've already taken our action, so we can't do that at the moment, but we can do it next turn, but unfortunately that tactical response we've got there is pretty good. But anyway, we'll see what happens next turn, see what occurs. So that's Shad's turn done. Can he... oh no, he can move. Do I have to stay in that location or no? Does it say? Ah yes, I have to be in that location. Okay, so no point Shad moving, he has to stay where he is. That brings us on to Maxine. Maxine will... well, clearly she can move to here, which she's definitely going to do. That's 2 spaces. Counts as 2 spaces. Do we have anything that ignores difficult terrain? Let's have a quick look. We have suppression fire, cover fire, survey terrain. Play when an ally is moving to allow them to ignore difficult terrain. This one here. Yes, I don't think that's going to really... Well, it will help us, but it will also leave Frank with no real cover there. We really need Maxine to be here in case this elite gets an additional movement and moves into that spot, and then at least Maxine can attack with her focus. So I think we will leave it at that, definitely. Okay, so that is the end of the the end of the hero phase, and then we'll be back in a second for the monster phase. Okay, here we are back for the monster phase. So the first thing we do is move the threat track up to here, which of course, as we all know by now, means we have to flip over the first twist card, Pack Instincts. When the spawn die results in a monster being spawned in a location within 2 of a hero, immediately spawn the next monster, if any, in the same location. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it does mean that they are going to start grouping up, which would be handy if we had Don here with his grenades, but we don't. Okay, so what we'll do now is I'll just move over to the dice tray. We'll go for the static camp. Let's move this one out of the way, and we will see what's going to happen. So I'm guessing the first thing we do is we're going to move this one here. It's going to move towards here. So 1, 2. It's done. Frank, I think, better take that out immediately. So Frank can use. Frank is going to use his hydrostatic shock. Let's just, if you want to have a look at that, he's going to use his hydrostatic shock, 3 bullets, during his focus ability, and he's going to roll 3 dice, ignoring resistance, so only 2 hits, and I do get a read, and we get 2 hits easy. So this one is dead. Okay, so we move to the next one. Frank can't do anything now, so 1, 2. What does this one do? Let's go and see his activation, and he will move into here. Okay, now we've got a problem, because they are immediately going to attack unless... The problem I foresee here is this one is definitely going to get an attack, and potentially so is this one. So we may have got ourselves into a little bit of trouble here. So what do we do? Do we take that one out now? I think maybe we should take the risk. See, have we got anything that stops us to take... let's see, what I should have done is play, is there anything that starts play before I attack? I'm looking for anything that basically reduces damage. Play before minion attacks when all minions play before minion attacks. It's not going to help. Play after a monster attacks and allow to half its damage rounding down. Okay, this is what we'll probably look at, this one here, and we'll see what occurs with that. So what we'll do is put that back there. This one we'll say will attack Maxine. So it's going to attack with basically 2 dice. It's attacking with bullets. So let's see what it gets. Oh, it only gets 1. Only gets 1. Let's just so you saw there. Yeah, that was 1 dice. So it only took 1 damage on Maxine. I think Maxine will take the damage. I think she will take the damage, and she will take this one here rather than Frank. You know what? No, Frank is going to play, because Frank doesn't want brawls. He doesn't want brawls at all. He wants bullets. So Harvey's damage rounding down, 1 down to 0.5. Round down will be 0. So no damage there. No damage there for Maxine. Okay, now we come to let's just move this back to the dice tray. This one here, it's going to go 1, it's going to go 2. Let's see what his activation is. He moves an additional space to here, but no attack. Okay, so we come to elites. This one is going to come here. Frank has got nothing to attack him with, so we're actually looking to hopefully he moves into our space. And he does. He moves into our space here, which is actually seems bad, but actually is pretty good because it means that Maxine can attack him using her focus ability, and she is going to play. Let's see. What can she play? Let's have a quick look here. See what Maxine's got. We can do brawl attack. He's got, well, brawl and bullet. He's got the same amount of resistance on. So maybe we're better doing bullet attack here. I think we'll do this one. I know I don't want to use a tactical response really, but I think we will. We need to kill that one. So basically we've got 8 bullets and we've got 2 free hits. So we've got 8 dice to get 6 hits and a reroll. Probably going overboard a little bit, but I'll be honest, I'm not taking the risk. I'm not taking the risk. So we'll discard those. I'll put them to be played, and we're rolling 8 dice. Yeah, 8 dice for 6 hits. Can't risk it. I can't risk it. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, we only just did it. We only just did it. I know we get a reroll, but I didn't want to take that chance. So that means that this one is dead. Okay, perfect. Now, okay, so having said that, we've still got these 2 to contend with. So this one will move 1. This time we don't want to see additional movement, and we didn't. That's perfect. We didn't see additional movement there. That means he does additional damage, and he can't attack anyway. And finally, we go to this one here. Let's see what this guy does. And he'll do the additional movement, which will take him to here, but he's not in a position to attack us. So where's that left us? Basically, that's left us with, we've got 1 minion here. We've got 2 minions, sorry, 1 minion and 2 elites here ready to go to kill us. Yeah, we might be in a bit of a problem here. We might have a bit of a problem, but we'll see how it pans out. So the only thing we need to do now is respawn. We'll respawn the minion first, and it's a 5. Of course it's a 5. What else could it be? 5 of course puts it right there. And then we spawn the elite, which is a 12, and the 12 puts it right over here. Okay, this we can live with. So let's just go over here and see what we've got now. Basically, we've got Shad there, who needs to discard as an action a tactical response to get that objective. We've got our guys here who are in combat with a minion, and we've got another minion on the way there. So I think clearly we need to get the hell out of there for sure. We're gonna get out of there. We're gonna try and kill this one. We're gonna get back this way and try and kill this one. Unfortunately, that's going to leave Shad a little bit unprotected, but at the end of the day, he's always got the option to use his focus card to move 4 spaces, well, to use 4 movement, 4 speed on his movement. So I think that's where we'll leave it there. That's the end of turn 3, and I'll catch you all on turn 4, where hopefully we can make some more progress. Thanks for watching. If you're liking this, like and subscribe. If you like the way I'm doing the videos now, let me know. If you'd rather went back to the motion inducing videos previously, then let me know that also. Okay, bye for now.